Well, good evening, kids. I hope you've had a great day today with whatever you've been up to. I hope you've been productive and you've been good to family around the home and helpful as well. Is our 64th Mr. Parker's Bedtime Stories. That is an incredible amount of stories that we've read, but I've really enjoyed it and I'm still enjoying it too, as we now read My Little Miss World by Roger Hargreaves. Read all his books, haven't we, by the end? We're doing a great amount of reading of his material, which is really good. I really enjoyed it and still am. So today we are on number 18 of the Little Miss stories. Remember, tomorrow's halfway of those, and this is another one I've not read, and they shine like a star, Little Miss Star, although on there it says rats. Should read it backwards. Anyway, we are reading Little Miss Star, so let's get into it. Little Miss Star lived in Twinkle Cottage. Now, I'll tell you a secret. You promise not to tell anyone else, don't you? All her life, Little Miss Star had dreamed of being famous. She desperately wanted to be famous so that everyone would recognize her and ask her for her autograph, and she would have her autograph in all the papers, but she didn't know how. Nice house, isn't it? You all seem to have nice houses. She dreamed about it when she went to bed at night, and she dreamed about it when she woke up in the morning. But how could she become famous? She had no idea. Twinkle Cottage was just outside Tiddlyville, which is a small town a long way from where you live, and even further from where I live. One morning, Little Miss Star was out shopping in Tiddlyville. "Hello, Miss Star," everyone called out to her as she walked down the street. She was very popular, but she wasn't famous, and she wanted to be. Maybe she's trying to do that with the haircut, be famous with that famous haircut. But it was on that very same morning that Little Miss Star had an idea. An idea? Not likely. The idea. See what it is? She was walking past one of the shops in Tiddlyville when something caught her eye. She stopped and stared. You see, it was that something that was to make her fame and fortune. Would you like to know what it was? I'll tell you later. What a cruel book. Tell us now. Tell me now. She jumped for joy and hugged herself with glee. We all have to hug ourselves at the moment, don't we? Because you can't hug other people. And she hurried home to Twinkle Cottage as fast as ever her little legs would carry her. She was going to be famous. She knew it. She ran upstairs and hastily packed a suitcase. Where's she going? Interesting. Maybe she's going to Mr. Men and Little Miss Hollywood. Then she hurried downstairs, locked the front door of Twinkle Cottage, and went to the bus stop. The bus came and she hopped onto it. "Fares, please," said the driver. "I want to go to Tillyport Airville," said Little Miss Star excitedly. The driver scratched his head. "You don't by any chance mean Tiddlyville Airport?" he asked. Little Miss Star nodded and blushed. The driver smiled and gave her a ticket. Must be her first time going to the airport. At the airport, Little Miss Star bought an airline ticket. Where to? I'll tell you later. She never had been on an airliner before. It was all very exciting. "Hello," said an air hostess. "What's your name?" "Little Miss Star," she said. "And where are you going?" asked the hostess. "I'm going," said Little Miss Star, "to be famous." "Oh," said the hostess. I bet she was probably expecting her to say a country or something. After the liner had landed, Little Miss Star collected her suitcase and took a taxi. Where to? I'll tell you now. To a house. The taxi drove up and Little Miss Star got out. She knocked on the door. Please don't say she's gone to Mr. Happy's house. Surely she must have gone somewhere else. Let's see. She could hear footsteps coming to the door, and then the door opened. There before her stood a large man. "Hello," he grinned. "Who are you?" "I'm Little Miss Star and I want to be famous," she said, all in a rush. "Oh, do you? You do you?" laughed the man. "Well, you better come in, and I'll see what I can do to help." Excuse me. Excuse me. 3 weeks later, Little Miss Star Home again in Twinkle Cottage, just couldn't sleep for excitement. Tomorrow is the day, she thought to herself. Tomorrow I'll be famous. But she did get to sleep eventually with a beautiful smile all over her face. You know what she's smiling about? The early morning sun streamed in through the bedroom window of Twinkle Cottage. It woke her. She jumped out of bed. Little Miss Star was much too excited to eat breakfast. She hurried into Tiddlyville. She rushed up to one of the shops. Which shop? I'll tell you later. The window blind of the shop was drawn, so she waited. Wonder what it is. What might it be? Can't think. Curious. And she waited some more. But then at 9 o'clock on the dot, the window blind was raised, and there, in the window, oh bliss! She jumped for joy. I'm famous! She gasped. And you know what was there, filling the whole of the window? I'll tell you now. I said that on the last page. I hope they're actually going to tell us now. I'm desperate to hear what's made her famous. Hundreds of books, and on the front cover of every book, there she was. And there at the top, in big bold letters, it said, Little Miss Star. Oh, me, she gasped. And there underneath in colour was a picture of herself. Oh, my, she gasped. And there inside was her story. That's the exact book that we're reading, isn't it? And here you are, reading it. And so now we've made her famous too. Oh, I did not see that coming. What a great book of Little Miss Star. I hope you enjoyed that this evening. And I hope you're going to tune in tomorrow for the next one. And it's someone who just doesn't stop. They're always doing something. Maybe a little bit like me. Maybe I can learn from this Little Miss. Let's see. So tune in tomorrow for the next Little Miss World story. Mr. Parker's Bedtime Stories. I hope you have a great evening and a good day tomorrow. See you later, guys.